welcome to today's session. Today we are going to discuss something which you all must have used in your day-to-day conversation or in your writing skills. Say for example, when we talk about your soft skills class, what do you say generally? You say that it's very difficult to improve on communication skills and we want to be good at our spoken English, but it's not a piece of cake for us. So what is this piece of cake? You know, it means something is very easy. Yes, so this is an idiom. Do you think that idioms are actually helping us out with our writing and communication skills? Yes, it is. Idiom is something which is a figurative term, is an expression which is a figurative term and which is not actually meaning its literal meaning. The words that we use in idioms are not exhibiting the actual meaning of the words, but they are telling us they are conveying some other message. As you said, piece of cake, so we are not talking about any cake or a slice of it. What we are talking about is something which is very easy. So it adds to the impression, to the impressiveness of your work, whether it is spoken or written. So we must know the correct meaning of any idiom before we are using that idiom. So let's practice good idioms and try to understand how we can use these idioms in our day-to-day conversation, and whenever we have to write something in our writing skills, say for example, article writing, paragraph writing, essay writing, everywhere we require an idiom. Even in our verbal ability tests that are being conducted with the placement cells, even they are giving us some questions based on idioms. So it's very important to know at least the basic or the mostly used idioms in our conversation and understand the correct meaning. And to understand it better, let's have it as an example or as an exercise based on a conversation. That's, I think, going to give you a clear idea about what idioms are, what are its meanings, and how we can use them in sentences. Let's go for it. So we are talking about idioms and phrases that we use in our English language. So is there something which makes you feel awkward sometimes? Does it happen? So what idiom can you use in that situation? Like a fish out of water, right? So in conversational mode, we have used two different characters in here. Sam is saying, Gee, learning to rollerblade isn't easy. I keep falling down. And Sarah says, I know it's so hard. I feel like a fish out of water. Means something is really very awkward and we are not comfortable at all doing that particular thing. Next goes, I feel awkward and uncomfortable usually in a new situation. It happens when we are in a new place, so we feel like a fish out of water till we get adjusted in that environment. Next is money matters. So what we are talking about here is money. I really want to buy that cool hat, but I'm completely broken. So we are talking about something that I don't have any money, I'm penniless. So completely broken means we don't have money. So I'm out of money is the meaning of it, and we are using it in conversation. So Sam is saying that I can't buy it because I'm completely broken. Would you like to borrow some money? Says Sarah. That would be great. I promise I will pay you back later. So yes, in this way, when usually you are friends, you're talking to each other, going out, you can use this phrase or this idiom very frequently. Next is when you are divided on something, you cannot decide what is right and what's wrong. So in that case, you can use this idiom up in the air. So let's talk about the conversation here. Sarah, hey Sam, remember you need to let us know by tomorrow if you're going to go to the class trip with us. And Sam says, that's right. I'm still up in the air. This means I'm indecisive whether I have to accompany you all or not. I need to figure out my work schedule first and see if they will let me have a few days off work. I see, well, let's know. I hope you can come. So this is a conversation between two friends wherein Sam is still in a fix whether he will be able to join them or not. He is indecisive. So use the idiom up in the air. See, undecided or indefinite, usually because often other matters should be decided first when we cannot decide what to prioritize. Next is sit tight. This means be wherever you are, right? So hey, stay at one place. So Sarah and Sam again are in conversation. Sam, are you okay? What happened? Sam, I fell down the stairs and now my leg really hurts. Sarah, sit tight. I will go and call an ambulance. So sit tight means sit at one place. Don't move here and there until the moment I arrange an ambulance for you. So yes, again, sit tight is a very easy idiom that you can use in your day-to-day conversation. Get the ball rolling. So it happens usually whenever some project is being given to you, or you are in the middle of some work and you are not able to start it, either by just procrastinating something or being lazy about it. Okay, I will do it tomorrow. Let's get the ball rolling means get started now, right? So this is again a conversation here. Sam is saying, have you started in the English class project yet? Sarah, no, not yet. I need to ask the teacher a few more questions first. So Sam says, you better get the ball rolling. The project is due next week. So he's saying, just start the preparations now. Start working on it because next week we have to submit the same. Sarah, don't worry about it. I will get it done. So this is again a conversation based where you are using an idiom in a very easy and appropriate way, and it's like just going to be a part of your day-to-day conversation to get started. Next is, do you ignore people? Does it happen sometimes that you just don't want to talk to somebody? So what do? You show a cold shoulder to them. Same is the case here, that whenever we want to ignore somebody, we can say that we are not showing any interest in somebody. At that time, use this idiom, that is give the cold shoulder. So here the conversation goes like this. I ran into Sally yesterday and we had a nice conversation at the coffee shop, catching up with each other. Sam, oh really? Last time I saw her, she gave me the cold shoulder. I couldn't figure out what I had done to make her angry. Sarah, well, it probably doesn't help that you are dating her best friend. So yes, you can use such, I hope you will definitely use such kind of idioms in your day-to-day conversation. Next is a storm in a teacup. So what does it mean? Which is when we have a big fuss, we just make big issues out of nothing, right? So big fuss over a thing of very little importance. My brother and sister had a big argument about the television yesterday, but it was just a storm in the teacup. This was very trivial matter on which they were actually fighting. So whenever such thing happens, you can use this idiom, a storm in a teacup. A piece of cake, as we already discussed, something which is very easy and similar is being used in this conversation over here. What did you think about that math exam, Dennis? I think it was pretty easy. Yeah, it only took me 15 minutes to finish, my God. Does it happen with you anytime? No, it doesn't, right? Dennis, me too. I was finished in no time. The exam sure could have been a lot more difficult. So Dennis says, yeah, it was just as a piece of cake for us to complete the paper well before time. Next is heart in the mouth. This means when you're extremely frightened and anxious about something. Okay, so the conversation goes here. Rob says, well, did you take your buddy on the roller coaster ride? Will, I did. And was he ever frightened? When we came over the top of the highest point and we were actually hurtling down, he had his heart in his mouth. Rob heard a little screaming. Did you? So yes, it happens. Whenever we are on a roller coaster ride, have you ever, just witnessed how many people have their heart in their mouth because they are so much frightened in that roller coaster ride? So yes, it's a very commonly used idiom which you can also use in your conversations. Until you're blue in the face. So this means, what is it? This means that there is no point in repeating doing something because you will not be successful changing the outcome. So sometimes we unnecessarily put on so much of effort on something which is not going to change. At that time, we can use this phrase that until you are blue in the face. This means you are you keep trying for something again and again, but without any result, right? So here goes the conversation between the father and the mother, and how they are facing blue in their face and nothing is happening out. Okay, just read it out. It's very simple and easy to understand. Hope you are clear now with this idiom as well. So yes, dear students, it is really great if you use idioms in your day-to-day conversation. Make it more interactive, impressive, and at the same time more scoring as well. There will be many occasions when you are going for placements, and there will be written tests. There are some companies which conduct written tests. There, if you know the meaning of these idioms or more idioms, like to say. But yes, these are very simple idioms which you can start with, and definitely once you develop an interest and interest in using those idioms, you will definitely go for checking new idioms. So just make one file, get all the idioms noted down there. Try to use them in your day-to-day conversation. That is definitely going to help you out in improving your communication skills, in improving your spoken English as well as your writing skills. So I hope you all will be benefited by today's session and will definitely work on using idioms in your day-to-day life. All the best, and thank you very much.